Lemongrass is a great thing to grow at home, but it can get unruly and ugly and dangerous if you let it get too big or out of control. I'm Christy Wilhelmi from Gardenerd. Today I'm going to show you how to revitalize your lemongrass container plant so it thrives for you and your garden and your kitchen. First, a little bit about lemongrass. It is in the grass family, and like other grasses, it can multiply and expand. So that's why we keep it in a container. If you keep it in a planter bed or in the ground, be prepared to divide it and hack it back and keep it in check throughout the years. Now, it naturally does this where a bunch of it dies off over time, especially if you cut off the irrigation by accident. So we're going to pull this out of the pot and revitalize it and replant the good ones. What you need for this task: a pair of shears, a pair of gloves, because lemongrass, it works like a paper cut. It slices your fingers if you're not careful. There are a few varieties that don't do that, but most of them are pretty gnarly, so wear gloves. And a hand trowel. Let's get started. First, gloves. Gloves are very important. So I'm gonna put this on its side and pull, and you can see that it comes right out of the pot. This pot is completely root bound. There's like fine root hairs all the way around here. A lot of this looks dead, like it's soft, it's flimsy, it's not alive anymore. But then you see something like this that has color on it, and that is definitely one that we will keep. So our goal is to separate this one out, keep the roots, and then replant this. All right, let's tear this baby up. It might feel like you're completely destroying it, but as long as you keep some roots on the bottom, these little guys right here, you're fine. So I'm going to use my hand trowel to break up as much of this as I can and lift out. And you can see there's a lot of dead stuff in here, but these are good. So let's get this separated out. Yeah, this is a perfectly good piece right here. It's got plenty of roots, and all I have to do is cut away all the old stuff, and it's going to be in great shape for transplanting. You also will be cutting it down like this. Now, when I replant this, it's going to focus on root development instead of growing new shoots. You can tell that something is dead by feeling it. It should resist, but this is completely squishy, so I know there's nothing worth saving in here. And these inner pieces are thoroughly brown all the way through, so they're going in the compost bin or the green bin. This one is really nice, but it has a lot of extra stuff on it, so I'm going to pull all that off. The roots on this one aren't quite as good, but it's still branching, so we're good with that. For a pot this size, this is about a 10-inch pot. 3 cuttings is the right amount. I would prefer to use more of a 12 to 15-inch size pot so that it can grow bigger and not get as root bound so quickly. So if you have the room for something that big, go for it. And you may be asking, what do I do with the rest of these that are all left here? We give them away to friends. Now that I have my cuttings, it's time to move them up to a new pot with fresh soil. Part 2 of this process couldn't be simpler. I've selected a 15-inch pot. This is bigger, it's got fresh soil in it, and now I have my 3 cuttings, and I'm just going to plant them in a triangle. And you want to bury them a little bit deeper, kind of right here-ish, and stick them in the ground and backfill. You can feel there's a woody part right here where before this little squishy part is, and that's where you want it. That's your top point here. So make a hole deep enough to get those roots in there and backfill to that. And one more, and bury it to right here, because this is where the actual lemongrass bit starts, and this is the crown here. And that's it. This is going to turn into another big giant planter of lemongrass, and I've got gifts to give my friends so they can start their own. For more information about growing lemongrass, visit gardenerd.com and check out our online courses, my books, and consider becoming a Patreon subscriber to support all the free stuff that we do here at Gardenerd. Patreon supporters get access to behind the scenes goodies and monthly hangouts with yours truly. Check it out at gardenerd.com. Happy gardening!